Bowl. Often overlooked in the pantheon of great rivalries, but this has always been fierce, and both of these teams know if they survive and advance from here, a host of opportunities lie ahead. An iconic venue, Tiger Stadium, Baton Rouge. It's the Ole Miss Rebels and the LSU Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollard, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Checking in with the Rebels head coach. He understands that they are a smaller school, a group of 16 coming in here today against a big ACC opponent. But he said, I want our guys to believe that they belong here, play with a chip on their shoulder, and show everybody in this stadium they're just as good as the ACC guys. Reese?
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. So LSU's heading toward the football to break the seal on this 2027 season. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. From the gun, it's Lacey. At the 35, he's got room. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And that's not a surprise. We all knew and talked about coming in. Who are they going to feature? They give it to him the first play, and he chews up and gets a first down. We're going to see more of that. I'm excited to watch this matchup, but the defense, Jesse, they better get physical. They better get better in a heartbeat.
Well, and they've got to fight some emotion right now, too, because the fans are excited. The offensive line is absolutely juiced after that opening play. They're now getting lathered up. They're now getting excited. They're pointing to the sideline. Run it again. Run the same play again.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Good job just to get rid of that one. Guys, let's take just a second and talk about Ole Miss. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry-pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
To the air, it's Knight. Fires deep on the run. Makes a deep grab. That's his first catch of the season, and they believe he is a freshman who can contribute a lot early.
Obviously, massive play by the offense, picking up a big first down on an explosive. But, David, third down defense, it's one thing to allow a first down, but you've got to make tackles. You can't give up explosive plays like that. At the end of the day, it's all going to come down to fundamentals, and, you know, that is driving their defensive coaching staff crazy.
It's so frustrating. You want to be great on those boxes, right? You want to check those third downs. You don't want to give up explosives. Well, you just did two, and that's not good for this defense, right? They've got to control that third down a little bit better. They got to snatch some momentum back, and you got to tackle better, man. You got some opportunities to get guys on the ground. You got to accomplish the mission.
Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Setting up the screen. Nice tackle there. This free safety coming in like a heat-seeking missile and stopping him a yard short of the first down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision.
And he's tackled at the line of scrimmage, and the defense holds.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they're aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on fourth down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Berry. Turning it on. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Man, this guy is so scary when he has the ball in his hands. He kind of reminds me, he's got a little bit of Leonard Fournette. He's got a little bit of Clyde Edwards-Helaire, you know, just that shake and bake. And when they get in the second level, DBs just don't seem to know how to tackle this guy. You don't want to submarine. He might hurtle over you, but if you don't go in with conviction, then he's got the speed to get outside and take it the distance. This dude just makes your heart stop every time he has the ball.
Now, guys, when it comes to LSU, I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. Four-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive linemen. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass, it's Levitt. Left side is Wilson. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
Out routes are very much about timing. It's got to be a quick, decisive movement from the quarterback. As soon as he sticks that foot in the ground, you know he's breaking out. Throw it right now so he can go make you a play. Great pitch, great catch.
And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Find space, it's Berry. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Man, talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number 1, was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Oh, he's got some space. He's got 42 yards rushing already. You want to talk about establishing the running game. They're doing that in the season opener. Got 8 on first down. Now looking at a 2nd and 2. Right side, it's Green. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
Man, you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. Like, they can make plays. They can run people over. They can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Quick give. It's Berry. He breaks a tackle. And they finally ride him down at the 1-yard line.
I think the OC would have been really happy with a small gain and an easier third down. But how about the effort by the running back to get this close? He saw the first down marker, tried to get to it, got close enough now where it's an easy situation on third down. And shoot, and I got 4th down in my pocket if I want to go for it.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Right at the line. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, LSU! Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Straight ahead, it's Lacey. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
They'll ride him again. Just smothered on the play.
Man, and that fires you up as a defense. That gives you some extra juice. When you come in there and knock the living fire out of someone, everybody on the defense gets jacked up.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. Back to throw, it's Knight. Fires to the wideout. Out wide left, it's Matthews. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
I love early in a game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. They want to throw it. Left side is Matthews. Open spaces. Bust through behind his pad. Touchdown, Rebels. Rolled his way into the end zone. Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point was good to finish things off. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it in style with a 57-yard toss for 6. He'll bring it out. It's Wilson. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Looking for room. It's Hall. Got the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Defense, man, you got to go low and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go to the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. The give to Caden Durham.
Guys, you just say Magnolia Bowl, and it sounds elegant and pristine and reserved.
And Ole Miss and LSU, anything but. Charges of clock malfeasance, downright cheating back in the old days just to get a leg up in this rivalry game.
It feels like they've been playing this game since the Louisiana Purchase and Napoleonic Law. They've been playing it forever down south in an area of the country where sometimes it just feels like it matters more. I can't wait to see what happens today.
Man, I love it.
Picked off. A rare misread and mistake from this quarterback. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Rebels offense is back on the field. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Caught in the backfield. It's Cook. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Looking downfield, it's Knight. Finds a spot in the middle. First grab of the season for this highly talented freshman. They believe he's just going to get better each and every snap.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Can't get him to the ground. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
And you toss the ball to your running back to get him on the edge and try to get some space, but my goodness, there wasn't any space. He broke one tackle, but still wasn't enough. More guys coming after him really fast. They got to give him a little bit more space to do some more damage.
Back to pass on second down. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Bringing it back. The 30. After making the interception, he took it all the way back and sets up his offense at the 17-yard line. Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Things got off to a good start with a touchdown on the opening drive and then quickly went to pot with a pick on the second one, and now they'll see if they can find the middle with this third possession. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Running inside. It's Berry. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Third and long coming up. Back to throw, it's Levin. Stepping to the right. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
Great job rallying to the football by this defense. Third down, QB's trying to extend the play, but great team speed on defense, now setting up fourth.
And the field goal unit will stay put as the head coach decides to go for it on fourth down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. He's got it. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that fourth down.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip-shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown.
Touchdown, Tigers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Look out! And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Guys, let's talk a little bit about Ole Miss. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program, but when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can't it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football world with a big win today.
Yeah, and you hear it all off season, and you see it every year. The teams come out of nowhere, and they feel like they've got a lot of potential, a lot of high-ranked players in the squad, and they're going to put it together, and that they'll get themselves into those rankings.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Back to throw, it's Knight. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Not all drops are equal. Those are frustrating, man. Those are the ones where you're going to move the sticks. Nice job seeing the middle of the field come open. The first down marker's right there, and that's a big, costly drop for this offense.
They booted away. Fields the punt. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Sends it back in motion. Second down, gonna throw it. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. He has brought down the man. What a job to find some running room and move the chains.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. And he was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
With the catch, it's Becker. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
And that RPO play was run to perfection. The run fake forced and sucked the defense up, and a nice job on the route by the receiver, not telegraphing that he was breaking to the inside on the slant.
The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Quarterback changing the play. Dropping back, it's Levitt. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
And that's not a surprise. When a QB lines up and sees man-to-man coverage on his guy that runs so fast on the GPS that it's speeding in a school zone, like, this dude can absolutely roll. He sees man coverage, tries to take advantage of it. They don't execute on that play. But if you want to play that defense, I think you'll get that pattern a lot from that guy.
Trying to squeak through the pile. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it.
Here we go. Ready. Blue 22. Blues.
He will be stopped short of the line to gain, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Low man wins. Defense that time on fourth down was expecting run, and you saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. He's got it. Runs through the tackle. Makes to grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Follows his blocks. It's Lacey. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. When he comes blitzing, you need...
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw, it's Levin. Unloads to the wideout. It's dropped after taking the hit. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Throws to the wideout. Out wide left, it's Watkins. He's stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half. Now the LSU Tigers will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. In traffic, it's Watkins. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Timeout called by LSU. That's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Tigers will have it 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. He's got it on the run. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. LSU right back to the line. first down run on the doorstep. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, LSU! Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They'll run it on the counter. Picked up a few on that run, but this defense able to keep him contained here late in the half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Guys, we welcome you into the Week 0 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with Oregon, taking on the number 13 team, the UCLA Bruins. And it's the Ducks, not even blinking in this top 25 matchup. They took the lead on the opening drive of the game, and they've been adding to it ever since. Tough to imagine a halftime pep talk is going to change things. Let's now take a look at some top 25 games around the nation on another wild day of college football.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
That last play is what you call a drive starter. They're out to the 47. It's first down. They send the tight end in motion. Hits inside. It's Durham. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find possibilities.
Long way to go on second down. Moves the pocket. It's Levin. Left side is Key. Breaks into the open. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating crowd.
They've got it first and 10 from the 25. Motion from the wideout. On first down, it's Durham again. Knocked out of bounds and sticking with that running game as they get deeper in the red zone.
And that's a good sign for this offense, maybe finishing this football game. Maybe they can get that ground game going. They've tried. They just haven't had a lot of success. Made them very one-dimensional. Nice to see them run the football with some efficiency later in this game.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Off play action. Moving to his left. Out wide left, it's Hall. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short.
Well, after the tackle now, that sets up 4th and 2. And these offenses, they practice for these types of situations. It's not like they just have quarterback sneak in their back pocket for 4th and inches. They've got plays designed to go and get this, David, so it'll be interesting to see if this offense wants to roll the dice.
Yeah, and most of the time, I'm rolling the dice. I'm going to be aggressive. And as a defense, you also know that too. And you're ready. You're not caught off guard by offenses nowadays going forward on 4th down.
Splits the uprights right down the middle. And now the lead is extended a little further. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the field.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Drops back. It's Snipe. Makes the catch. It's Cook. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. And the Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. Sells the run, looking to pass. Out wide right, it's Reed. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. The Rebels can really attack on this 2nd and short. The run inside. It's Lacey. Finds a crease at the 20. He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a 1st down in the red zone. And the Rebels have pushed it inside the 20. Right side, it's Cook. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. The Rebels want to move quickly. Snaps it in the shotgun. Here comes the heat. Touchdown, Rebels! And they take it in for 6 more points. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Fielded in the end zone. It's Wilson. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Their lead is down to 10. It's moments like this you start to feel a little bit of heat to put points on the board. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
2nd and long here. They give it to him again. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Looking to throw, it's Levin. Left side is Green. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. They get the conversion there. He used his size and nice moves to get past the chains.
And I like that. 3rd and short. Find the big fella, the soft hands, make a quick little move, make the completion, get the first down.
Tells the run, wants to pass. Rushes on. That one came in hot, and it's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Out wide right, it's Watkins. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really...
Snags it, and he's open. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before. He makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
And he's brought down after a short gain. Guys, LSU has the lead here. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. The give to Caden Durham. Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this 3rd and short. A run for the quarterback. He gets it so close to that imaginary yellow line, but I think he's going to be just a tad short.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays, and if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
LSU trying to convert a 4th down. From the red zone, it's Durham. Not gonna make it, and the 4th down gamble backfires.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they went for it, but when you're up by a couple scores, I think you're just kind of free and like, hey, let's keep scoring points. Let's keep the offense out there. Let's keep the accelerator on, and I guess, hey, who cares? We're not going to lose anyways.
Moving the pocket, it's Knight. Holds on, it's Cook. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Wants to go up top on 2nd down. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
He's changing the play. Play action on first down. Between the hashes, it's Watkins. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Such a tough spot to be in on defense because you're trailing. You're expecting the offense to run the football. They just did it on the last play, and then on a critical third down, they go play action, and they throw it over your head. You got to feel for this defense.
Right side, it's Becker.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
They'll run it in the red zone. It's Durham. There's some room. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
This offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
Out wide left, it's Green. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Paul.
I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back. These guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
He just couldn't hold his water long enough at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. That false start might prove to be really costly as now they come to the line with a 2nd and 6. Looking for a man. It's Knight. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off. And the Rebels will hustle to the line.
Hey, down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him. And he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
so frustrating for an offense to just give away yards with false start penalties. Looking to throw. They're all over him. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They want to get this defense on its heels. Second down, going to throw it. Throws for the tight end. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
Under pressure. Out wide right, it's Lacey. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. The Rebels are rolling down the field.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Fires to the wideout. And it's picked off for the fourth time today. There he goes. The 20. Inside the touchdown Tigers. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
And that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. Scanning the field, it's Knight. Back's got it on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. And the Rebels headed quickly to the line.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to push the ball down the field, break some tackles, hit some home runs, down 3 possessions in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to do everything right.
They've got a third down and manageable from right around midfield. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, pressure's coming. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. They pretty much have to keep the offense on the field, and they'll get right to the line of scrimmage. Oops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He wants to go deep. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Let's see what they've got on second down. The give as they work on that clock. Got enough for the first down. He's stopping. He's got enough to move the chain.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. Turning it on! And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. He's now up to 83 yards rushing, and he's making sure the defense feels him in this opening game.
It's got to be tough right now on defense. You need to find a way to get a stop, and you haven't been able to do that in the fourth quarter. You've been giving up points. You just gave up a touchdown in the last drive. You need a turnover. You need to do something right now to stop this momentum.
And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. The Magnolia Bowl goes to LSU as the Tigers take care of Ole Miss. That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollock, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.